Eli Gold, Richard Hendrix is alongside. You got a 9-2 team and an 8-2 team. We should have ourselves a nice night.
We do. We have two really good ball clubs that are really coached well, experienced teams. I expect a good one this evening.
Now, Hyunjun Lee averages 18 points a ball game for Davidson. Keon Ellis averaging 12.7 for the Crimson Tide. Those are the straws that stir the drink for both teams.
Hyunjun Lee and Keon Ellis are the leaders of their ball clubs. They're both very versatile players. They can fill it up from the outside. They go in and rebound and they defend. This is going to be the matchup to watch this evening, and it should be a good one.
Some fundamentals that Davidson comes out to throw a little three-quarter court pressure.
And that counts it for Juwan Gary, who's having himself a night and a half here tonight.
Absolutely. Juwan Gary has been filling it up, knocking it down all night long, giving Alabama just the shots they need when they need them.
Gary has 13 points. He had 19 against Houston. Look at that reverse over-the-head lay-in by Brankovic for 2.
Beautiful finesse move by Brankovic, stepping through and finishing with a reverse inside lay.
Kane, yes.
Beautiful move by Jamal Kane, getting into the paint with the pro hop and the finish with the left hand over the shot blocker.
Daggleverd, the floater won't go.
Bediako, an enforcer down low. Great help side defense, and then after the turnover, there for the big-time block, Charles Bediako.
Kane from the corner, yes.
There he is, Jamal Kane, showing some of that touch from the outside. He can do it on the inside, he can do it on the outside, and he's got his Oakland ball club here in the ball game early. Bediako going up, not finding it on the alley-oop, but staying with it. Very soft hands for a big man. You'd like to see a big man be angry Chuck in a position like that and go up and catch that alley-oop and slam it down with authority, but nonetheless a good recover on the putback for Charles Bediako.
Moore lost control of it. Another turnover by the Golden Grizzlies. Quinterly, angry Chuck!
There he is, right on cue. Angry Chuck running his lane, catching the dime, dropped off by Quinterly and finishing with the hammer.
That's what you wanted to see.
Hey, I'm a big man. I want to see big men play big. You know, it's one thing about the game that you've seen change so much over the years is the traditional big man you don't see too often anymore.
And do you think Greg Popovich will be able to kind of get these guys back ready for this international play?
It's not surprising for me to see international teams take Team USA to the wire, winning games. I've been playing overseas for over 12 years now. I see the levels of the talent and the camaraderie that these teams have for years and years. Australia has a veteran team, really good players led by guys like Joe Ingles, who I actually played with in Spain in 2010. They've been playing with each other for a decade, and it's hard to beat a group of guys with that level of talent and that much chemistry when you just put together a team, essentially an all-star team for the summer. It's a challenge for Popovich, in my personal opinion. I think Popovich has probably had teams in his career that has probably consisted of international players on his roster.
That's true.
For him to now coach a roster that's solely American with the skill set that people have, the mentalities, I think is probably his biggest challenge yet.
He averages 9.6 a ball game, a good outside shooter.
Well, you know, that's one thing when you're playing in the G League, which used to be formerly the D League, which stood for developmental in my day playing here. When you get an opportunity, you have to take advantage of it. You know, sometimes you'll have nights where you don't get a chance to play too many times, but when you get your number called and it's the next day, you have to be ready. Be ready to work your minutes. So to see LeChance step in the ball game, firing up a three-pointer in his first attempt, but you have to always be ready when your name is called in this league.
Charles Bediako is the perfect complementary big for the style of play that Coach Nate Oates wants to play. I have been totally impressed with his activity, particularly in the last game against Oscar Tshiebwe, a guy who he's giving up 20 pounds to and much more strength to stand his ground, to keep his verticality high, to be active, to change many shots, and to finish with rebounds in the paint to end defensive possessions.
Richard Hendrix gets an SEC guy. He has Anthony Davis from the New Orleans Pelicans.
I think Anthony Davis is in
the running for the MVP for the fact of the matter that you mentioned that the other players didn't have help, but I would say James Harden had Chris Paul on his team, who was a perennial all-star, considered to be one of the best point guards in the NBA. Kevin Love is playing alongside LeBron James, leading the league in double-doubles in years past, has been one of the best rebounders that the games have seen in recent years.